Make sure to stay until the end. We're going to share a common mistake people make and they end up spending thousands of dollars on parts and repairs they actually do not need. All that will be covered in this video today. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Super quick helpful video to any of you trying to find out why the Stabilitrak light is on GMC SIERRA, that generation here from year 2014 to year 2018. Stay with us, we'll explain what we see quite often in the garage. It could be quite simple fix, it may be even something that you will not need to replace any parts. We'll talk about that. In addition, we'll talk guys we'll share where you can buy replacement parts, tools. We'll share the information in the description of the video below and you can see where we get most of our tools and supplies from. So let's start on it now. So before we start, let us tell you guys a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart, we show you how to fix pretty much anything. Why we guys do all that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. By the way guys, check out our YouTube channels. We have more than 17,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in repairs. So let's go ahead guys and start on it now. So for the Stabilitrak light, Stabilitrak warning, what you need to check. First, 3 fuses that control the Stabilitrak system, then we'll explain of course what else could be guys. Make sure to stay until the end. Now about the fuses, this GMC SIERRA has quite a few hidden fuse boxes. 9 out of 10 owners do not know where they're located. That's why we made a special video on our YouTube channel that's called GMC SIERRA Fuse Box Location and Diagram. Check it out. It's a video that can save you thousands of dollars in repairs. At least that's what we were told. We saved people a lot of money. Today we need to open the hood. Lucky for us, we'll be working in a fuse box that's easy to get to. So what we need to do here, when you open the hood, you're facing the vehicle on the right side here. That's the driver's side. You see that's a brake fluid reservoir right next to it. That's the main engine fuse box. Open that cover and underneath you're going to find a fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we continue guys, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. It is guys very important to test fuses and relays. On those fuses you cannot clearly see if they're burnt or not, especially you can see in the J-case fuses as well. And if you guys assume, okay, let's say you remove a fuse, you look at it and you assume guys that it's actually a good fuse, but it's actually a bad fuse. Sometimes you cannot clearly see that. What can easily happen guys at that point, you can put the bad fuse in and you start replacing parts and tools that you don't need to, so you lose your time, you lose your money to fix a problem that doesn't exist, when all we had to do is test the fuse and replace it. We'll put a link to a special video that will teach you how to test fuses, how to check relays very easily as well guys. So check it out, it will be in the description of the video below. So what we have here, that fuse box is specifically only used in 2018 model GMC SIERRA. 2014 through 17 use a little bit different design, mostly the same but with some minor differences. We'll explain about both. If you have a 2018, let's talk about that one first. What you need to check guys, first will be fuse number 3. Fuse number 3 is that fuse right here, 60M fuse that you see guys, okay? So let me see, yep, this one right here. Next that you need to check will be fuse number 19. That will be that 10M fuse right here. And then you need to check fuse number 25 guys, and 25 is the one right here. So this and this 25M fuse. If you have a 2014 through 2017 model, the location practically will be the same, 3, 19, 25. Okay, exactly for these fuses it will be exactly the same. Now, what else can cause these lights on? One thing that we see quite often here at the garage is bad brake light switch. The brake light switch, let me show you what it is guys. It's a device that's installed on the brake paddle. Okay, on top of the brake paddle. So we'll demonstrate on that Dodge, but it's the same for almost most modern vehicles. You see that's the brake paddle right there, and on top right here that's a brake light switch. If I apply the brake paddle there, see what's going to happen now. You see that switch moving? Okay, that detects if you apply the brakes. Now, that switch can be bad, so you might need to test that brake light switch. We have a video on the channel how to test it on some vehicles. Even if you buy a brand new one, you may need to calibrate it. So we will make a video how to calibrate brake light switch as well. Next, here guys, okay, behind the steering wheel we have one device that's known as a cock spring. We'll get one in a second and show you what it looks like. The cork spring usually, in most cases on the modern vehicles, contains the steering angle sensor too. On some of them will be a separate device, but the steering angle sensor detects how much you turn the steering wheel. That will be needed. Okay, that's what it looks like. Let us show you. Okay, right there. You can see that's the device, and it transfers the signal from the steering wheel to the steering column. It detects how much you turn the steering wheel too. That will be needed for the ABS and traction control and Stabilitrak system, guys. Now, if you had an alignment done, suspension parts replaced, the alignment is off, you may need to calibrate the steering angle sensor or reset the steering angle sensor. If you want to see how to calibrate the steering angle sensor, we'll have the video on the channel. Practically, you zero it when the vehicle is driving straight, okay? And if it's not calibrated, you may get this warning lights on because of not calibrated steering angle sensor we've seen quite often. Other things could be bad steering angle sensor, okay? Now, something that we see quite often on every wheel, you're going to end up having ABS sensor. The ABS sensor is known also as wheel speed sensor. You have 4 of them, 1 on each tire. It detects how fast each tire is spinning. The ABS sensors are, guys, practically exposed to water, dust, dirt, snow, heat from the brakes, so eventually they do fail on, especially on higher or older vehicles, higher mileage vehicles or older vehicles. If you want to see how to test ABS sensor, we'll have those videos on our YouTube channels as well. Something else. You see, got that device right here, that's known as ABS traction control module, also known as Stabilitrak module, okay? That device right here, okay, is part of the traction control and ABS Stabilitrak system. This is the computer, this is the mechanical part. That's the ABS brake pump. Okay, because of that, we often see those problems too. Unfortunately, when you replace them on most vehicles, you have to program it. Something else, it could be traction control module. That's a little bitty device, often that's somewhere under the center console. It looks like this one right here on some vehicles. That detects the movement of the vehicle, so it could be that too. The only way to figure out why we have that warning, that light on it, is to connect the scanner and actually see the code. Without it, you're just guessing, guys. But those are some of the most common things we see here at the garage. So guys, this GMC SIERRA has all kinds of different fuses, different kinds of relays, and those could be really hard to find. If you're in the middle of nowhere, you cannot find a replacement one, you may be stuck because of that. So we recommend, guys, okay, to get some spare ones and put in the glove box for a peace of mind. We will share the information in the description of the video below where you can get them from at a good price, quick shipping, that way you do not waste money and time. Hopefully, guys, the video was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you for watching. See you next time.